My name is Dr. Franklin Allaire, and I'm an assistant professor of science education in the Department of Urban Education at the University of Houston downtown. And I'm going to be your instructor this semester for EED3315, Elementary Science Methods. I'm really excited to work with you this semester, and I wanted to kick things off by creating this relatively short introductory video in which I can talk a little bit about myself and who I am, as well as the perspective that I come from when I teach this course. I also wanted to share what I'm excited about for this course, but then also talk a little bit about the course itself and what you can expect from it, as well as my expectations of you when it comes to science methods. So first of all, again, my name is Dr. Allaire, and this is my 7th year as a faculty member in the Department of Urban Education. Prior to joining the faculty at UHD, I was a high school science teacher for 15 years, and I taught everything from anatomy and physiology to biology, chemistry, environmental science, physics, AP courses, remedial courses, even psychology a few times. I think there was even one summer that I taught world history, but that's a whole other conversation. You name it, I probably taught it. Unfortunately, I didn't do any of my teaching in the state of Texas. All 15 of my years of my teaching experience, I did in the beautiful state of Hawaii, which is why when we have class together, whether it's in person or online, you will typically see me wearing some kind of an aloha shirt, so that way I can represent the aloha state and maintain an aloha state of mind. Outside of my professional life, I've been married almost 20 years, and I have 2 beautiful children. My daughter Eleanor is 8 years old and is going into 3rd grade. And my son Thomas will soon be 7 years old and is going into 1st grade. So when I do elementary methods, it is near and dear to my heart because we're talking about the age group that my children are in. And they get excited about science, and I know lots of other kids their age get excited about science. So, and I know that your students are also going to get excited about science. For fun, I am an avid runner, although sometimes I do walk, especially in this heat that we're having right now. But I enjoy running, and I try to do it as much as possible. I find that it's a really great stress relief. It's a great time to listen to music as well as just do some thinking. Speaking of music, I love listening to lots of different kinds of music. You are just as likely to hear me playing classical music, Hawaiian music in my office or in my classrooms, as well as some heavy metal and old school rap and hip hop. So I do love a wide range of musical styles. If I have one guilty pleasure, it's that I am a fan and collector of Funko Pops. And so you can see I have a couple here. This is, of course, Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars. And I also have a Willie Nelson Funko Pop here. So yes, I am a Funko Pop collector. I don't know off the top of my head how many I have, but and I don't want to share that in my video because it might be a little bit embarrassing. But I will also readily admit that I am a sci-fi nerd. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, the Avengers, Marvel, DC, anything like that. And I'm into it and I'm here for it. So don't be surprised if I bring those up in class. So I'm excited for this semester, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, we are still living in a COVID world. Sometimes we refer to this as a post-COVID world, but because of COVID, all of my classes were 100% online. And so I'm excited that this semester, just like last semester, we are finally getting back to normal. And so this is a hybrid class where we'll be spending at least half of the semester in person, and the other half we will be meeting online synchronously, although there may be some opportunities for us to have asynchronous classes. Now, just a reminder that when we say the word synchronously, that means that whatever day and time your class is scheduled for, we will still be meeting on that day and time. It's just that we would be meeting online. But I'm really excited about being in person. I've really missed being with students, and I had such a blast last semester, and I know that we're going to have a blast this semester. And part of that is because science is just inherently hands-on. And while I've been able to do some really great science virtually with my students during the COVID years, there's just no comparison to being in person, being there and doing the science in person. I love seeing that light bulb go on. I love seeing students get excited about science, especially when they learn something or discover something or figure something out. That's just it's just such an amazing experience, and it's what's sustained me now for 22 years in education. And so that's one of the things that I'm really excited about for this semester, to get to work with you guys in person and do some great hands-on stuff. Now, EED 3315, Elementary Science Methods, is a great course, and I enjoy teaching this course ever since I joined the faculty at UHD. At its most basic level, this course is designed to help you with your science teaching. Most elementary classrooms are still self-contained, which means that you'll be responsible for teaching a majority of the subjects. Now, at the higher grade levels, maybe even fourth, fifth, and sixth, there's some separation, but you may still be tasked with teaching science. And so what this course allows us to do is to explore what it means to teach science and to be a science teacher. We do this through really great readings from the National Science Teaching Association, otherwise known as NSTA. We also do this through a variety of projects, including some practice teaching, and we do this through a lot of hands-on science activities and labs. And so again, whether we're in person or online, we're going to be doing great science throughout the semester. One of my goals is always to find ways to connect science with some of the things that you've already learned. For instance, in your teacher prep program, you've had a lot of literacy courses, especially some focusing on children's literature. Well, we have a project in this course in which we specifically link children's literature with science. So that way, when you do a read aloud, you're not only meeting the literacy standards, you can also use the same book to meet science standards or social studies standards or math standards or anything else that you need to cover with your students. Because in this course, we look to prepare students for to think in an interdisciplinary manner. Now, we also look to prepare students for the core subjects test, your certification exam, specifically the science portion of your certification exam, which all of you will have to take in order to become a certificated teacher. But really, most of all, this course aims to help you become more comfortable and more confident with the idea and the practice of teaching science at the EC6 grade levels. That's what this course is about. Now, for some of you, English is not your home language. The words we use in science can be really hard to say and use, even for native speakers. So I just want you to try your best, and we're going to work on those kinds of things together. So I'm excited to see you. Before we meet, obviously you're watching this video, so you've seen the syllabus that I've sent out, and I want to invite you to read through the syllabus very carefully. Click on the different links, check out some of the things about this course, the different handouts and portions, not really handouts, but portions of the syllabus that are in there, because there's a lot of really great information that I think will help you to be successful in this course and beyond. Now, if you should have any questions about anything that's in the syllabus or anything throughout the semester related to this course, your teacher prep program, the certification exams, teaching in general, or even just life, the universe, and everything, on Canvas, I've created a Q&A discussion forum. So I want to invite you to put any questions that you might have into that forum, and I'll do my best to answer those questions in a timely manner. However, I also want to open up this to everyone else in the class. that if somebody posts a question and you know the answer to it, or you have some bit of advice that maybe could help somebody with an issue that they're having, please post an answer in the discussion forum. You should be helping each other, because that's also the philosophy that I bring to this class. Yes, I'm the instructor for this course, but it's not all about me. All of you come to this course with a lot of knowledge and experience. And my hope is that I learn from you, you learn from me, and that we all learn from each other. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned that science can be especially hard for students who are emerging bilingual students. So I want to stress that I welcome the inclusion of your home language and culture into the lessons that we teach, the discussions that we have, and the assignments that we do related to this course. Thinking about technology, there's a link in the syllabus for a form. I'm sorry, I'm having a senior moment here in the middle of my video. That's how we do things here. Called What You Need to Know About Technology. That's it. So if you scroll down to the page, I believe it's page 4 on that particular link, on that PDF, you're going to see some QR codes, because 2 of the technology-based resources that we're going to be using this semester is Remind. One of them is Remind, which is a great way to keep in touch for all of you. I know that that's something that a lot of you might already be familiar with, but we're also going to be using an internet-based program called Flip. It used to be called Flipgrid, now it's called Flip, which allows you to make short videos. Now, the reason for using Flip is because, again, some of you are emerging bilingual students, and I have found that giving students the opportunity to make videos as opposed to writing everything can really be helpful for any student, but particularly for those who may have difficulty with doing some reading and writing in the English language, but then also for some people who are maybe better speakers than writers. Okay, now that's not to say that we're not going to be doing any writing in here, but you know, this is a nice option for those of us that may speak better than we write. So again, I want you to go on to page 4 and find in the technology link on the syllabus and take a look at those QR codes. Now, I have 2 sections of EED3315 this semester, so please make sure that you find the QR codes that are appropriate for your class, and I'd like to invite you to join our Remind group so that we can keep in touch, as well as our Flip group, so that you can make videos in connection with some of the different things that we're going to be doing this semester. And in particular, I would love for you to start out by making an introductory video, not as long as this video, just 2 to 3 minutes on Flip. Create a 2 to 3 minute introductory video about who you are, where are you coming from, why do you want to be a teacher, what are you excited or nervous about for this semester, and is there something that we should know about you so that we can be aware of it when we meet up in class for the first time. So again, I'd like to invite everybody to do that through Flip. Again, that's on page 4 of the technology PDF, and to join our Remind group, join our Flip group so that you can make that introductory video. I realize that this is going on a little bit too long, maybe a little bit longer than you were expecting, and certainly that I was planning to do. But I'm gonna stop here, because we will definitely have time to talk about things in class when we meet up. But I want to thank all of you for wanting to be teachers. I'm excited for all of you and to be a part of your journey to being a teacher. And I hope that you're excited too. I look forward to seeing you in our first class next week. In the meantime, if you have any questions or concerns, you are welcome to email me at Allaire F, that is ALLAIRE, F as in Franklin, at any time, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So until then, again, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in class.